Okay, everyone, deep breaths. Today, June 17th, 2025. It's finally here. Dead by Daylight Chapter 36. Five Nights at Freddy's has landed.
It really has. And the buzz is pretty intense, right? This is a huge horror crossover people have wanted for ages.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our mission today for this deep dive is basically to get into how they actually pulled this off, blending these two massive horror worlds.
Exactly. We're going to be looking at like the official game details, bits from the trailers, really unpacking how it all fits together.
So let's start with the basics. This is a major new chapter for Dead by Daylight. The asymmetrical horror game.
Right, where four survivors try to escape one killer. And now that killer could be from Five Nights at Freddy's, and you could be running around Fazbear's Pizza.
Which is just wild to think about. So the big additions are Springtrap, the animatronic. He's the new killer.
Yep. And Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is the brand new map. Super chilling.
And importantly, it's out pretty much everywhere, right? PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch.
Yeah, Windows, PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, Series XS, they've covered the bases. So pretty much everyone can jump in.
Okay, let's talk Springtrap.
Yeah.
William Afton. How does he fit into the Dead by Daylight lore here?
Well, it's actually quite clever. You know his backstory, right? Trapped in the spring Bonnie suit, this horrific transformation.
Yeah.
So the entity, the force behind Dead by Daylight, sees him,
Yeah.
and essentially pulls him into its realm. It views him as like the perfect killer because he's just inherently cruel. His past makes him powerful there.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And his abilities sound nasty. The fire axe.
Oh, yeah. It's his main weapon, but he can throw it, and if it hits you, it gets stuck in you.
Ouch.
Yeah, it applies the broken status effect, so no healing, and it slows you down quite a bit. So you've got this choice. Stop and pull it out, leaving you vulnerable.
Or try and hobble away, hoping he doesn't catch up immediately.
Exactly. It creates this immediate pressure point. Very strategic.
And then there's the security system.
Yeah.
Sounds intricate.
It is. So 7 security doors spawn on the map, each with a camera. Survivors can use them, but only for a bit-limited battery. You can check for Springtrap or even teleport between linked doors.
Okay, useful but limited. What about Springtrap?
He can use them freely, no battery limit. He can zip between them. And here's the kicker. If he uses a door at the exact same time a survivor is using it, jump scare, and he instantly grabs them straight onto his shoulder.
Wow, that's a huge risk reward for survivors using those doors then.
Definitely. It's a constant calculation you have to make. Adds a whole layer of tension.
And the voice acting. I saw PJ Haywood as Springtrap.
Correct. But you know what's really cool?
Oh, what's that?
Matthew Lillard. Yes, that Matthew Lillard, who's already in the game as Ghostface. He voices the Yellow Rabbit cosmetic skin for Springtrap.
No way. That's brilliant. Such a fun little Easter egg for horror fans.
It really is. A nice touch. Okay, so speaking of atmosphere, let's talk about the map. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Yeah, how does it feel? Is it just like jump scares everywhere?
Well, it's designed for maximum horror, for sure. It feels really run down, abandoned, properly creepy. But it's more than just jump scares.
Like what?
Okay, so there are some great fan service moments. Mr. Cupcake, he can actually jump out of lockers sometimes.
Okay, that is a jump scare. I bet that gets people.
It does. And get this. If you complete a generator near the main stage,
yeah,
the animatronics on stage, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, they actually activate for a moment, do a little performance, then glitch out.
That's amazing. Little details like that make such a difference.
Totally. Plus, you hear Springtrap using lines from FNaF like, "It's me." It just adds to the whole vibe.
And that Yellow Rabbit skin voice line you mentioned earlier. Ollie oxen free.
Right. It sounds innocent, like hide and seek. But knowing it's William Afton, it's incredibly sinister. It's like he's calling his victims out, pretending it's safe, really plays on his deceptive nature.
Chilling. And beyond the fan service, how does the map actually play? Does the layout change things up?
Oh, absolutely. It's got multiple levels, lots of tight corridors, blind corners. Very typical of an old pizza place, right? It forces different kinds of chases and makes ambushes really effective for Springtrap. You have to be way more careful navigating.
So wrapping this up then, what we've seen here is, well, it's more than just adding a new killer and map, isn't it?
Definitely. It's a really smart blend of two huge horror franchises. They've brought these characters and this iconic, creepy location into Dead by Daylight in a way that feels authentic to both.
It feels like a masterclass, almost, in how you can take established horror, reimagine it for a different kind of gameplay, and use all those little lore details to make the experience richer for the players, for you.
Yeah, they really nailed the detail, showing a lot of respect for both Dead by Daylight and Five Nights at Freddy's. It sets a high bar for future crossovers, I think.
Agreed. So that leaves us with a final thought for you listening. This crossover worked incredibly well. What other horror franchise do you think would be a perfect fit for Dead by Daylight? What kind of killer map or mechanics could they bring? Something to think about.